First up, making her ex jealous. Camilla Parker Bowles met Andrew Parker Bowles in 1966, and despite his womanizing reputation, the then 19-year-old was completely smitten. Unfortunately, the British Army officer allegedly cheated on Camilla repeatedly throughout their on-again and off-again relationship. Although the Queen consort put up with her wandering boyfriend, she did have one waiting to exhale moment. According to biographer Penny Jr., Camilla saw Andrew's car parked outside the home of one of her best friend's house, and she let the air out of his tires. In the early 70s, Andrew began a secret intimate relationship with Princess Anne. Camilla must have decided that when your ex is dating a princess, vandalizing his car for a second time just won't cut it. So instead, she sought revenge by dating a future king who also happened to be Princess Anne's brother. According to the Duchess, The Untold Story, Camilla's mere motivation was to have some excitement and make Andrew jealous. While revenge may have been her initial motivation, Camila and Charles clearly became infatuated during their 18-month affair, but Andrew was never completely out the picture. In the book Camila and Charles, author Caroline Graham claims that Camilla told a friend at the time, "I love Charles very much, but I simply can't forget about Andrew. Is it possible to love two men at the same time?" Number 9. After Diana's passing, Charles and Camilla went public. Besides being unpopular with royal family members, Camilla wasn't a public favorite. In the eyes of many, she was an adulteress who made Princess Diana's life miserable. But Charles wasn't willing to give Camilla up a second time. In 1999, 2 years after Diana's passing, Charles and Camilla began appearing in public together. Queen Elizabeth and Charles' son seemed to accept the relationship in public, but the Queen Mother remained opposed but passed away in 2002. Finally, the public could no longer deny or ignore Charles and Camilla's relationship, and in 2005, after years of waiting, they declared their intention to marry. Number 8. More power, more problems. Prince Harry's invitation to his father, King Charles's coronation on May 6th sparked a wave of controversy, with Queen Camilla especially displeased that her stepson was welcomed to the historic event. According to an insider, Prince William and Queen Camilla had both believed that the Duke of Sussex should have been banished from the kingdom instead, as a mere measure to demonstrate that his supposedly traitorous behavior would not be tolerated. Queen Camilla has long held animosity towards Harry due to several occasions in which he has publicly shaded her, especially in his memoirs. Number 7. Diana believed that Camilla was using her position to manipulate the British media and warned Prince Harry not to get too close to her. She stated multiple times in interviews and books that she thought Camilla was taking advantage of her position and warned the public not to be fooled by her. This is Diana's legacy, a warning about Camilla, one that still stands true today. Her words have become a call to remember that even royalty must be held accountable for their actions. If anything else, Princess Diana's warnings serve as an important reminder to always question authority, even if it's wearing a crown. Next up, Camilla's secret plot to become queen. When Queen Elizabeth was self-isolating due to her high-risk age and Prince Charles and Queen Camilla quarantining throughout that March, Prince William and wife Princess Catherine stepped up as the new face of the royal family. But a palace insider exclusively tells New Idea Royals that Camilla was in fact furious at her stepson and stepdaughter-in-law for taking over roles that were not rightfully theirs. The source claims that when Camilla called Kate to confront her about the situation, she accused her of the ultimate betrayal, going behind her back in an effort to steal the throne. Kate insisted it was out of her hands, and she revealed that Charles had agreed to abdicate after a series of talks with his mother, which led Camilla to give her husband an ultimatum. She told him if he let go of his chance to become king, well, he'll be letting go of her too. Number 5. Exposing the in-laws. Rumors suggest that Tom Parker Bowles and Queen Camilla are responsible for leaking stories about Prince William to UK newspapers. Tom allegedly aimed to ruin the future king's reputation to attract more people to his mother's coronation. There are rumors that Tom holds an influential position in a UK newspaper, which he has used to leak information about King Charles' eldest son for months. Camila's reputation has also suffered, with Prince Harry suggesting her involvement in leaking information about him and Meghan Markle. Therefore, it would not be a far-fetched theory that she's using her son to leak information about William. Number 4, Camila's many scandals. She has been involved in many scandals over the years. These include rumors of infidelity with King Charles while he was still married to Princess Diana, as well as speculation that she had an inappropriate relationship with former Prime Minister Tony Blair. These scandals have caused a lot of negative press for the royals and Queen Camila, and they damaged the family's reputation. Her lifestyle and old lifestyle was completely different from that of other members of the royal family. She has been seen drinking in public and smoking cigarettes, which goes against the tradition of the royals. Such scandals did not sit well with public opinion and damaged the royal family's reputation. Next up, her relationship with Diana. It has long been speculated that Camila had a hand in the demise of Charles and Diana's marriage, although evidence to support this claim is completely true. Nevertheless, some believe that she lied to Charles about the nature of her relationship with Diana to protect herself and her credibility. Apparently, Diana and Camila were indeed good friends and had a pretty good relationship with each other. This was when Diana had no suspicion about Camila and Charles' affair. It's like the saying, keep your friends close but keep your enemies closer. Whatever the truth may be, Charles probably never got the whole story from Camila regarding her relationship with Diana. Number 2, William and Kate felt trapped by Charles and Camila. Charles and Camila had become so obsessed with their own official appearances that they were actively preventing William and Kate from getting the publicity they deserved. In fact, Charles and Camila had taken to scolding them about it. This led to the royal couple feeling trapped and persecuted by both the press, Charles, and Camila. And last but not least, at number 1, control over her stepchildren. Diana had strong opinions about Camila's involvement with Prince William and Harry's lives. She professed that Camila was attempting to manipulate the brothers and control their activities, including taking them on international trips and cutting off contact with the palace. Diana also expressed her belief that Camila was using her influence over Prince Charles for her own gain, warning him to be wary of her. The media was abuzz with speculation surrounding Diana's comments, and the public was eager to find out if there was any truth behind them. In response, Camila denied the accusations and asserted that her sole intention was to support the princes in their future roles as rulers. Charles publicly expressed his faith in Camila's ability to advise his sons and showed his appreciation for her contribution to the royal family, declaring she was a true asset and deserving of his highest respect. Number 10, the infamous car chase. You may have heard about Harry and Meghan's big night in the city, but some accounts of their time here differ. According to the couple themselves, they suffered the ordeal of a 2-hour near catastrophic car chase with paparazzi tailing them all the way. But according to other sources, including the NYPD and the driver of the taxi, the truth was rather different. The fact is, we didn't even need the authorities to tell us that. Every New Yorker knows that any kind of car chase, let alone a 2-hour one, is literally impossible in the city. There's even video footage of the exchange showing that the Sussexes were accompanied by the NYPD and that they moved at no speed at all. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's car chase was not as catastrophic as originally described. So why lie? It is understandable if Harry fears the paparazzi and car chases in particular, but they don't need to invent such things to get sympathy from people. Number 9, Meghan has a history of using and disregarding family members, friends, and spouses. Meghan has a long list of disregarded friends, co-workers, and family members who have come forward to complain about how she used and discarded them. This includes her entire white family, her black family, the entire royal family, her spouse and her spouse's family, as well as her longtime friends, sorority sisters, and childhood. Number 8, abandoning family. When it comes to sharing potentially damaging information about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, not all Meghan Markle's family members are willing to be identified publicly. Now that Meghan and Prince Harry have decided to live a more private life in the United States, they are closer to Meghan's family. However, an unidentified family member told Fox News that Meghan won't contact relatives anytime soon to have playdates with their children. Archie and Lilibet, yes. Right after I also schedule a playdate with Oprah Winfrey's family, the source responded mockingly to the idea. We won't ever talk again because it's obvious that we come from different social classes. The insider also said that Meghan now thinks she is better than her own family and that they don't want a relationship with her if it's fake. The source stated, "You shouldn't have to be someone you're not or belong to a certain class to be loved and accepted. I am not chasing after a person who is unwilling to speak with me. My family is the love of my life and we couldn't be happier." A family member stated that Meghan's absence from her family is allegedly her choice. Nevertheless, they wished Harry and Meghan all the best with their growing family. Number 7, what Meghan wants, she gets. Critics of Meghan Markle have consistently accused her of being controlling and manipulative. She tends to dominate conversations and seek the limelight during interviews. Reports from staff who worked in the royal household have complained about instances of bullying from Meghan. Staff said she was demanding, sending requests either by email or text very early at 5 to 5:30 a.m. These claims were documented in an article published in the Times. Leaked emails authored by Jason Knopf, a former communications secretary at Kensington Palace, described the Duchess's behavior as totally unacceptable. Even before the wedding, it has been said she wanted to wear a certain tiara. This, to our understanding, is when Harry famously said, "What Meghan wants, she gets." They both were told no by Her Majesty the Queen. Number 6, identity crisis. Meghan Markle had never made her race an issue until she joined the royal family. She always believed and made others believe that she was white, enjoying the privileges that come with it. Despite having a Jamaican black mother, Meghan described herself as Caucasian in her 2013 profile. All of a sudden, Meghan in her self-promotion now identifies as African American because she wants to work and earn money, which contradicts the royal family's ethics that she married into. It's interesting how this suddenly became important to her once she left her Hollywood career for royal duties. Being a member of the royal family comes with its own sets of privileges, and it's not like being black has always been celebrated in their circles. We've all seen pictures of young Meghan with her curly hair and freckled nose, yet she has been passing as white for years. Now she wants to embrace her roots, reclaim her identity, and even capitalize on it. It's as if she suddenly remembered that being a person of color can also come with its own advantages. And why not take advantage while she still can? Number 5, Meghan's narcissistic behaviors. Narcissists are not able to admit that they are wrong, take accountability for their actions, or apologize. They always play the victim, blame others, or use excuses. Never once has Meghan apologized for her actions, admitting she was wrong, or taken accountability for the multiple times she has hurt people. She has never apologized to her family or friends for abandoning them, and has never admitted she was wrong for her hypocrisy or behavior. Meghan portrays herself as the ultimate victim. Everything she has ever done wrong is blamed on the press, the royal family, her family, or because of her nationality, her gender, or her race. Any legitimate criticism is dismissed as people being hateful. Any claims of wrongdoing are people being sexist or racist. And any evidence of her hypocrisy is because of the evil British press. And anyone who dares to criticize her or make her look bad is toxic. While the British press has published some unfair articles about her, they have treated her fairly normally. It is not uncommon and is the same treatment given to every new member and every member of the royal family, all politicians and celebrities. Number 4, Meghan has used her partners to further her career, social status, and personal monetary gain. Meghan has a long history of using her partners to further her career, boost her social status, and benefit financially. Before Meghan met Prince Harry, a business associate of hers said Meghan asked to meet famous men to date. Meghan Markle's best friend said she was obsessed with becoming famous, that she used people to get what she wanted, and treated her first husband so terribly it ruined their 30-year friendship. To increase her opportunities, she married a Hollywood producer. Despite this, success remained hard to capture. As widely known, she secured a role in the series Suits. Later on, she coldly ended her marriage with the producer when she gained more celebrity status and started mingling with a more influential circle of acquaintances. In at number 3, faking a pregnancy. The conspiracy theory that Meghan Markle was using a prosthetic belly to fake her pregnancy began to gain traction online as her bump started becoming more visible. Supporters of the unfounded moon bump and Megxit hashtag claims suggested that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were concealing the truth from the public by allegedly using a surrogate mother. Reddit users alleged that because she delivered Archie in a different hospital than Catherine, it would have been to cover up a surrogate. Also, in some of her prego pics, her baby bump slips up and down and changes sizes. The conspiracy theory revolves around the false theory that variously claimed Meghan used a surrogate, that her children with Prince Harry were not even hers, and in extreme cases that her children didn't even exist. And one of the women who created the conspiracy was recently handed back her Twitter account. Number 2, pre-planned divorce. Speaking to GB News, royal biographer Angela Levin claimed that Meghan had mapped out an escape plan long before she and Harry tied the knot. "I think she's a careful plotter," Levin said, adding that Meghan hasn't been around when Harry needs her the most, especially when it comes to dealing with his mental health. She went on to claim that Meghan is planning on taking full custody of their children once their marriage disintegrates, as well as a hefty amount of money for spousal support. "In my opinion, here is what she is doing. She was making sure that he's in a hopeless situation so that she can get the children and he's completely isolated from his family and friends," Levin told the outlet, adding she is absolutely separating from him. Angela has the opinion that should things end, Harry will be worse off. She speculated that he will be seen as a failure while Meghan continues to climb the ladder to Hollywood success. But let us know your thoughts on this in the comments below. And last but not least, at number 1, Meghan's influence. According to some folks like royal author Tom Bower, Meghan Markle is supposedly promoting Prince Harry's newly formed and deeply damaging anti-royal beliefs. Bower described Meghan as pretty smart and suggested that she's successfully convincing many people that she was mistreated by the British royals, saying don't think for a second that she's not convincing quite a lot of people that somehow she was thrown to the wolves. It's no secret that Meghan has shown a short fuse from the start, and it seems like she's still holding on to her grievances against the British royals. While we can all understand losing it every now and then, it's crucial for Meghan to take a step back and face reality instead of playing the victim. Meghan has been accused of having excessive control over Harry during their royal tour in Africa, with some sources claiming that her agenda took priority. Meghan Markle has proven time and time again that she is not afraid to break away from tradition and do things her own way. But what do you think? Do these wild moments truly show Meghan's real character, or is there more to the story? First up, we have control. Diana had strong opinions about Camilla's involvement with Prince Harry and William's lives. She explained that Camila was attempting to manipulate the brothers and control their activities, including taking them on international trips and cutting off contact with the palace. Diana also expressed her belief that Camila was using her influence over Prince Charles for her own gain, warning him to be wary of her. The media was buzzing with speculation surrounding Diana's comments, and the public was eager to find out if there was any truth behind them. Number 9. Prince Harry and Camila's relationship. Speaking to CNN's Anderson Cooper, who also appears on CBS 60 Minutes, Prince Harry revealed that both he and his brother Prince William initially opposed the marriage between their father, the king, and Camila. They believed it would do more harm than good. However, they eventually came to accept the relationship, wanting their father to be happy. The Duke of Sussex added that Camila was dangerous because she'd been cast as a villain by the press for her role in the collapse of his parents' marriage and needed to rehabilitate her image. That made her dangerous because of the connections that she was forging within the British press. And there was an open willingness on both sides to trade information. And with a family built on hierarchy and with her on the way to being queen consort, there was going to be people or bodies left in the street because of that, Prince Harry said. The CBS interview included a reference to Harry's memoir when he reportedly wrote about being sacrificed on Camila's personal PR altar. By way of explanation, the Duke told Cooper, "If you are led to believe as a member of the family that being on the front page, having positive headlines, positive stories written about you, is going to improve your reputation or increase the chances of you being accepted as monarch by the British public, then that's what you're gonna do." Number 8. Baby Archie. A new book named Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsor claims that it was Camila who made racist comments when Meghan Markle was pregnant with Archie. The book, written by Tom Bower, reveals that Camila joked about it being funny if Harry had offspring born with a ginger afro. According to Bower, during the early weeks of their engagement, Harry had a conversation with Charles and Camila at Clarence's house, which alternated between serious and joking and touched on different topics. First, Harry was told that Meghan should continue with her acting career, and lastly, Camila speculated about what their future offspring would look like. In the famous interview with Oprah, Meghan disclosed that during the months she was pregnant, there were conversations about their son not being given security or a title, as well as concerns about how dark his skin might be when he's born. Number 7. That Minx. Camila apparently wasn't a fan of Meghan Markle early in her relationship with Prince Harry. A royal author has now revealed an insulting name Camila allegedly used for the Duchess of Sussex. We know now that Meghan's intro to the royals didn't go so well. Tom Bower told The Sun that Camila was not impressed and was the sort who would call Meghan that minx. Bower added the nickname means something like a self-seeking troublemaker whose antics will always end in tears. Number 6. The royal family didn't support Harry and Meghan. When Harry and Meghan decided to up and leave the royal family, it was a move that made headlines around the world. But what many people didn't know was that the couple had already offered to give up their Sussex titles without anyone in the family knowing about it. As always, Harry felt let down and alone by his family. Unfortunately for him, the press had gotten hold of some details he'd included in a private letter to his father. So much for privacy. Number 5. Charles and Camila wanted Kate to change her name to Catherine with a K. Charles and Camila had a strange request for their daughter-in-law Kate at the time. When it was announced that the royal family would welcome her as one of their own, they insisted that she change the spelling of her name from Catherine with a C to Catherine with a K in order to avoid any confusion or overlap with the existing C names of Charles and Camila. Despite the unusual suggestion, Kate decided to stay true to her roots by sticking with Catherine with a C after all. However, as you can imagine, the couple still managed to find a way to work around the issue. From then on, they lovingly began calling her by her nickname, Kate, instead. Number 4. William and Kate felt trapped by Charles and Camila and the press. Harry confessed. Charles and Camila had become so obsessed with their own official appearances that they were actively preventing William and Kate from getting the publicity they deserved. In fact, Charles and Camila had even taken to scolding them about it. This led to the royal couple feeling trapped and persecuted by both the press and Charles as well as Camila. At one point during a summit between the four royals, William confessed to someone that he had let it slip at dinner with Charles and Camila that there was a feud between the two couples. And sure enough, soon there were stories in newsrooms everywhere about Harry and Meghan. Later, Harry and William had proof. Reporters inside actual newsrooms assured them a woman on Charles's communications team was selling them out. When William confronted his father about it, he simply replied that if his grandmother could have her own person, then why couldn't he? He was clearly referring to a team member of the Queen's known for planting stories. Number 3, her relationship with Diana. Some people believe that she lied to Charles about the nature of her relationship with Diana in order to protect herself and her own credibility. Apparently, Diana and Camila were indeed good friends and had a pretty good relationship with each other. This was when Diana had no suspicion about Camila and Charles's affair. Whatever the truth may be, it is likely that Charles never got the whole story from Camila regarding her relationship with Diana. Number 2, the royals are liars. While Meghan's image has faced criticism from the media and the public, she firmly believes that the royal family and Camila played a significant role in tarnishing her reputation by spreading false information. In her interview with Oprah Winfrey, Meghan expressed her disbelief at the expectation that she and Prince Harry would remain silent despite the royal institution's active involvement in perpetuating lies about them. She acknowledged that speaking out comes with risks, including potential losses, but made it clear that much has already been lost due to the circumstances. And last but not least, at number 1, Camilla's odd response when asked about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The British monarchy really felt the impact when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced they were stepping away from their senior royal roles. It caused a huge public feud between Harry and other members of the royal family, especially his brother William and his father Charles. At the 40th anniversary of Prospect Hospice, Swindon, a reporter shouted to Camilla, "Will you miss Harry and Meghan?" Her response was so telling and awkward. She paused, gave a thin smile, and said, "Course," before quickly leaving. It confused everyone, not just because of what she said, but also what she didn't say. People on Twitter were quick to comment on the uncomfortable exchange, pointing out the mismatch between Camilla's words and body language. Number 10, the aftermath of the docuseries. Harry and Meghan's comments and royal attacks during their docuseries were crazy, with one TV host even suggesting they constituted treason. GB News host Nana Aku was so outraged that she called for a national referendum to get the couple stripped of all their titles, including Harry's birthright as a prince. She called the docuseries disgraceful, adding, "I would go as far to say that they are committing treason." The host was angry that Meghan made it all about race, claiming the only reason why people don't like this woman is frankly because of the way she behaved. In a gutless, roundabout way, Prince Harry has just accused Prince William of bullying him out of the royal family. This Netflix series isn't just a delusional fantasy of victimhood, it's the end of his relationship with his own brother, he tweeted. Number 9, changing of Harry's views. Replacing your partner's beliefs, political views, and opinions with your own is something we've seen happen in Harry and Meghan's relationship. Before meeting Meghan Markle, Prince Harry never showed much interest in being politically active in feminism, women's rights, immigration policy, and race and gender policies. Prince Harry only speaks the same opinions as his wife, and many reporters who have known him for decades say he sounds nothing like himself. Meghan's friends even reported she writes his speeches for him. Harry himself reported his wife changed his eating and drinking habits, and she changed Harry's hobbies from hunting and polo to her own. Meghan also banned and removed many of Harry's old friends from his friend group and replaced them with her own, and now has convinced Harry to give up his entire career, country, family, and friends to fit her wants and needs. In at number 8, crying on demand. Meghan revealed how she honed her acting ability to turn on fake tears. The 2014 video filmed at Soho House in Toronto, where her legal drama Suits was made, shows Meghan boasting that she can shed a tear for the camera in 3 seconds. Asked by someone behind the camera if she can make herself cry, Meghan says, "Oh, I can do that so well. It's crazy." They're like, "Meghan, 1 tear, left eye, go." She adds, "Give me 3 seconds." That delivery was shit. Social media users are asking whether Meghan's distress in the Netflix teaser is real. One Twitter user wrote, "I swear Meghan asked her magic mirror who is the fairest of them all, and it said Kate, so she lost her mind." Meghan Markle was and is an actress. Not a great one, just passable, but she can make herself cry at the drop of a hat. Number 7, the first date coincidence. We all know their love story began with a blind date set up by a mutual friend. But what are the chances that this friend just happened to be one of Meghan's co-stars on Suits? Did Meghan orchestrate this whole thing? We'll never know for sure, but it does seem a little too convenient. Meghan mentioned not knowing anything about Harry or his family prior to their first meeting, and we just find that a little bit too hard to believe. It was later revealed that she was not only a fan of Princess Diana, but she had closely followed the philanthropic work and compassion exhibited by the late princess. In fact, Meghan Markle had even attended a party in Princess Diana's honor, where she learned more about the royal world and its traditions. Now, she's never confirmed that, but her friends say she has always had a fascination with the royals. According to certain sources, this was all a part of Meghan's plan. Number 6, fake smile, fake everything. From the beginning, Meghan seemed to have a perfect smile plastered on her face whenever she was in public, but we've seen from more recent interviews and documentaries that that smile may not have been genuine. In fact, it seems like everything about her was carefully curated for the public eye, from her outfits to her attitude. Her approach to media appearances seemed similar to those of celebrities rather than royals, something that may have been overlooked by too many people. Meghan Markle, despite being all about equality, can sometimes seem a bit too obsessed with her own and her family's social status. Number 5, separating Harry from his family. It is clear that neither Meghan nor Harry had to leave England to step back from public life and quit the royal family. Harry did not have to be separated from his friends, family, and everything he knew. According to reports, Meghan gave Harry an ultimatum, forcing him to choose between her and Archie. Harry himself expressed that he had no other option but to leave his country and loved ones to fulfill her desires. Meghan threatened to leave Harry with their children and made him sacrifice everything for her own gain. All she wanted was the money and the crown until she realized that she married the wrong prince and wasn't getting the crown. She then created horror stories that were so bad because they were all lies and fabricated tales making her look like a victim, so she fled to Canada. In our number 4 spot, shapeshifter. Meghan Markle will have no trouble transitioning to life outside of the royal family, according to Shanann Giovanni, a former friend of the Duchess of Sussex. Giovanni, who knew Meghan through Toronto's social circles while she was filming Suits, believes that Meghan's adaptability and ability to reinvent herself will serve her well as she and Prince Harry prepare to officially step down from their royal duties and start living financially independently in California. Number 3, the iconic Oprah interview. Oprah's headline-making interview of Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, and Prince Harry was nothing less than explosive. Interview, Meghan said she endured constant life-ending thoughts and that no one in the palace would help her. She and Harry said a royal family member expressed concerns about how dark baby Archie's skin color might be. Harry said his father, Charles, wouldn't take his phone calls for a while and cut him off from royal money. Number 2, rushed engagement. The couple, who reportedly started dating in July 2016, knew each other for less than a year when Harry popped the question, and it happened at least 4 months before their announcement. This would mean that Meghan had already agreed to Harry when her famous interview with Vanity Fair was published, in which she confirmed that her relationship with Harry was serious. According to Lowe, the reason why the couple didn't announce their engagement earlier was because they wanted it to be a secret. And last but not least, at number 1, the lies. Meghan Markle tears up over how hard she worked to fit in before stepping from her royal duties in January 2020. "I tried so hard," the Suits alumni says in the second half of Harry and Meghan, which dropped on Netflix. "That's the piece that's so triggering," she continues, "because it still wasn't good enough and you still don't fit in." Meghan describes leaving England, saying in the docuseries that a man overseeing the plane's crew took off his hat and shared his appreciation for everything she did for the country. When the couple landed in Canada, Meghan said she collapsed into the arms of one of Prince Harry's longtime security guards. But with that concludes today's video. We hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I've been your host, Shantae, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.